Hello, in today's video I'm going to be ranking the studio albums of the supergroup Cream. So there's only 4 albums here, so that's what made this quite easy. And there's no bad albums here, they're all fantastic. So even the one ranked at the bottom it's still a good album. So number 4 is Goodbye. Not a bad album. There's no bad song on here. It just feels a bit rushed because there's only 6 tracks on this album, and 3 of them are live tracks, and the other 3 are studio tracks. So it's kind of like half live, half studio. Because this was their last album, they had a final tour because they knew that they were breaking up, and of course they needed to put out a final album to go with the tour, so they put this together. So it feels a bit rush released, but yeah, it's good. You got Badge, great song, which George Harrison makes a guest appearance on guitar. And you got Doing That Scrapyard Thing and What a Bring Down, which they're fun songs. They don't sound like the sort of songs that Cream would normally do. They actually sound like they could have been Beatles songs. They're very sort of humorous. You know what I mean? Like very sort of like British charm. They're very Beatlesque. You've got I'm So Glad, Politician, and Sitting on Top of the World, which have already appeared on previous albums, but these are live versions from their final tour. But yeah, it's not a bad album. I can listen to it from start to finish and enjoy it. But it's not the one that I reach for if I want to listen to a Cream album. Number 3 is Fresh Cream, the debut album. And yeah, it's not really I don't really have anything to criticise. It's 10 out of 10, really. They could all be at number 1, really, because Cream never did a bad album. Like, all their albums could easily just be 10 out of 10. They could all be put at number 1. But I'm ranking them, so they can't all be number 1. We've got I Feel Free on here, of course. You've got NSU, Sweet Wine, Spoonful, Cat Squirrel, I'm So Glad, Toad. It's a flawless album. Very bluesy, It's just fantastic. Number 2, some people might have this at number 1, and I can definitely see why. And one day because as I say with all these rankings, my opinion could change at any time, and one day this could be my number 1, but at the moment it's my 2nd favourite, and it is Disraeli Gears. I love that cover, very psychedelic. Got Strange Brew, Sunshine of Your Love, World of Pain. I love World of Pain. Blue Condition, SWLABR. I'm not sure whatever that means, but it's a good song. Outside Woman Blues, Take It Back, and you've got Mother's Lament, which is the closing track. It's a fun song. It doesn't really fit in with the context of the album, but it's a fun song. It's a fun little British quirky song. Again, it's very Beatlesque. It's quite Pink Floyd-esque as well. Like, it does remind me of Pink Floyd, Syd Barrett era, because of course Pink Floyd released their first album the same year as this. Yeah, it's just a fantastic album. Love Disraeli Gears. And number 1 is Wheels of Fire. The reason I've got this at number one, like, this was the album that made me a fan of Cream. This is how I really got into them. Got White Room, Sitting on Top of the World, Passing the Time, As You Said. Not a big fan of Press, Rat and Warhog, but that's not really a song. It's more just like it's a spoken words track by Ginger Baker. And it's basically him telling a story. But yeah, I don't know why it's on the album. It would have been good, maybe like as a bonus track, you know, like on an outtake compilation or rarities compilation. But yeah, I don't know why it's on here, but it's there. You know, it's inoffensive. But yeah, it doesn't ruin the album. It's just, you know, I don't know why it's there, but it's there. So, Politician, Those Were the Days, Born Under a Bad Sign, Deserted Cities of the Heart. And this is another one of those albums where it's half live, half studio. So all the ones I've just listed are the studio tracks. And this is actually a double album, so the studio tracks are on the first disc, and the second disc is the live cuts. We've got Crossroads, love Crossroads. We've got Spoonful, Train Time, and Toad. And the live version is actually longer than the studio version. The studio version is like 16 minutes. But yeah, Wheels of Fire is a brilliant album. This is the reason this was the album that made me a Cream fan. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that ranking, and you know, let me know how you would rank Cream's albums. And yeah, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you later.